Butcher and Homelander are essentially two sides of the same coin, which is why you shouldn't idolize either of them.
I have to learn how to control myself. It's the most important thing I can do. I have to get better. I have to be better.
Through a combination of violence, satire, and vulgarity, these two shows effectively capture what it's like to be human. Of course, this is also heavily dependent on good writing and the ability to leverage these story devices into something more than just mature content for the sake of it. As a viewer, you're forced to experience everything, whether it be horrific, ironic, or disturbing. Every aspect of humanity is put on full display, even when it's not very glamorous. And it's through this candidness that many of the characters become nuanced and three-dimensional, even the worst ones.
What happens if...
Homelander is easily the most egregious character in The Boys, yet he's given so much backstory that it's not surprising why he is the way he is. He was raised in a lab and treated like a commodity his entire life, with no bearing on love because he's never truly experienced it. So despite all of the terrible things he does, it's hard not to feel bad for him in scenes like this.
Why am I not good enough for you?
It also doesn't help that Butcher completely blurs the line between good and bad. There are countless examples of Butcher doing things just as morally reprehensible as Homelander, with the justification that it's all for the greater good. Butcher and Homelander are essentially two sides of the same coin, which is why you shouldn't idolize either of them. You shouldn't really idolize anyone in this show. There aren't any true heroes in the typical sense. Certain characters are more altruistic than others, but we see the flaws in each of them. Someone like Starlight isn't entirely good, while someone like A-Train isn't entirely bad. This is what makes A-Train's redemption arc from Season 1 to Season 4 actually work.
When I carried your ass to the ER, there was a kid there.
Invincible sends a similar message with Omni-Man's redemption in Season 2. Immediately following the horrific rampage at the end of Season 1, we see how lost and alone Omni-Man feels afterwards, with him even stopping to save some aliens. Through these humanizing moments, it becomes clear that he might not be as evil as he once seemed. Despite being an Imperial alien, Omni-Man begins to feel like a human because of the beliefs Mark instilled in him. Mark is, without a doubt, the most idealistic character in either of these two shows. He tries to be a hero in the classical sense, saving every life possible, no matter how irrelevant in the grand scheme of things. Yet, Season 2 has Mark pushed past his limit, and we see that even he is capable of falling to Omni-Man's level. In many other universes, Mark eventually turns evil, despite his nearly invincible dedication to do the right thing. This just goes to show that the distinction between good and bad really is unclear. Heroes can do terrible things, and terrible people can be heroes.
Did you see? Oh, that was amazing!